Another team that had one of my favorite drafts. And again, we don't know what Jackson Dart is going to be, but I will say that I feel like the Giants, at the very least, went into this draft sort of wayward, and they left this draft with an absolute identity. And Paul Schwartz, who's a legend on the beat there, did a really nice job of tying together some of the string from the quotes at the press conferences. And whether it was Abdul Carter or Cam Scatabo, who, like, my lord, he was electric at the podium too. The Giants wanted beasts, right? They wanted guys who were going to rip your heart out. They felt like this team, and I feel like that was a common thread for Brian Dable for the last 2 years. Wasn't tough, wasn't committed, and I think this draft class absolutely changes that. And the Giants may not be a lot better, but they're a lot tougher, and I think that
Yeah.
that means something.
Yeah, I mean, you have some edge there for sure with Carter and Alexander and Scatabo. Like, I think all those guys bring that. And look, like this is the logical thing to do. And the fact that you were able to take care of your quarterback situation later in the draft after getting Abdul Carter, I think has to be seen as a win. Now, a lot of people are going to judge this on what happens with Dart. But even there, like I like that you're getting a guy that you have a lot of background with. And I do think he's got a little more potential than people think. Um, Brian Dayball's mentor, as we mentioned last week in the podcast, is Charlie Weiss. Charlie Weiss's son's the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss. Brian Dayball was with Joe Judge for 4 years in New England. Joe Judge was Jackson Dart's quarterbacks coach at Ole Miss. So they're getting excellent information, and insight into who he is. And I think there is real hope, like that he can be a long-term starter in the NFL. Yeah, the more I talk to people about him, the more it was like, the more we watch him, the more we like him. And there's just things you see that translate right over to the NFL, even coming from an offense that traditionally has been a more difficult fit because of the things that Lane was doing with him, which shows that Lane thought he was capable of handling NFL things while he was still in college.